Hey friends, Kris Krohn, Limitless TV. Thanks for joining me today. I'm bringing on a very special guest, Eric Bailey, and he's going to be talking about how to take control of your life and how to be happy. And one thing I want you to know about Eric is I was able to mentor him on his journey of going from basic 6 figures to 7 figures. This guy knows what he's talking about. So here he is.
Welcome back, my friends. Eric Bailey here again. A lot of times people come up to me and they say, Eric, I see your success. I see all the fancy house. I see the fancy cars, but that really isn't for me. And I say, you're probably exactly right. A lot of people don't realize that becoming successful isn't about the fancy houses or the fancy cars or the nice vacations. It's really about taking charge and being happier. I mean, what point is having all those material things if you aren't actually moving forward in your life and having more joy and fulfillment? When it comes to actually becoming happier and moving forward in your life, there are 3 major things that keep a person from doing so. The first one may actually surprise you a little bit. The first one is perfectionism. And you know that I'm talking to you because if you're watching this video, you've got some perfectionistic tendencies in your life. We all do. In fact, this is something that I'm still majorly working on because I don't know about you, but I have the tendency to totally beat myself up when I do things and I make mistakes. A lot of times people will look at themselves in the mirror and they'll just go, oh, are you kidding me? They'll see themselves, they'll see maybe a few extra pounds, maybe they'll see a few facial features they don't particularly like, or they'll see a few wrinkles on their shirt. They'll see some things that they've done that aren't perfect, and they'll beat themselves up because of it. Being totally honest, how many times have you been guilty of this? In fact, when it comes to perfectionistic tendencies, a lot of people really love to hate on a couple areas of their body. The 2 biggest areas that people love to hate on are their bellies and their behinds. My friend, are you willing to do something kind of silly with me? Come on, if you're watching this, you want some growth, so let's do something a little silly. Take your hands out just like this and grab your belly. If it's anything like mine, it might be kind of squishy. And just give it a little bit of loving. And look down and just say, I love you, belly. And just tell yourself, guess what? I've got a nice belly. Now take your hands out just like this one more time. Reach around and grab the behind. And give it a little bit of loving. Maybe squish it in a little bit. And just send yourself the message, I love my behind. If someone happens to be walking by, you could let them know, guess what? I've got a nice behind. The way to overcome perfectionistic tendencies is to love yourself more. And of course, that means all areas of your life. A big misconception about successful people is that successful people never fail, or they fail a lot less than unsuccessful people. My friend, this could not be farther away from the truth. The truth is that successful people simply fail faster than unsuccessful people. And I do mean that, of course, in all areas of your life. And so, yeah, I am actually suggesting that you give yourself some loving in the morning. If you want to take this to the next level, go 7 days, and for all 7 days, as you're getting ready in the bathroom for the day, look at yourself in the mirror, take your hands, and just give yourself a little bit of loving. Give yourself a little rub down and look at yourself in the mirror, and you might just kind of go, hey. How you doing today? Say that with me. Hey, how you doing today? You're gonna feel totally silly doing this the first time, but I promise it will help you to overcome those perfectionistic tendencies. Forgive yourself faster, love yourself more, and you will find that you're able to start overcoming those perfectionistic tendencies. The number 2 thing is your excuses. How many times have you wanted to do something that you knew would be really good for you, but you made an excuse why you wouldn't? And of course, you know people like this. And what are some excuses that we hear all the time? Maybe I don't have the time, or I don't have the money, or I don't have the whatever it is, fill in the blank. Maybe it's something like, well, I really should exercise, but I don't have the energy. Or, well, I really should hire that mentor, but I don't have the money. My friends, stop making excuses. There's gonna come a time when you have to make a choice between excuses and results, between your reasons why you haven't and reasons why you will. The way to overcome your excuses is to actually turn them into reasons why you will. For example, the excuse, I'm not going to exercise because I don't have the energy, becomes I'm going to go exercise so that I can have more energy. Or I'm not going to invest in that mentoring program because I don't have the money, becomes I'm going to invest in that mentoring program so that I can have more money. Take a moment right now, pause this video if you need to. Make a list of all the excuses that you have made why you haven't moved forward with good things in your life, and then turn them around into reasons why you will. Do this, my friend. I promise you will feel so much more empowered after you're done. Finally, number 3 is inauthenticity. For about a year after I started my own mentoring company, I had this crazy misconception in my mind that people had to think that I was perfect. I thought that I had to wear this mask of inauthenticity that made it so that other people, like prospective mentoring students, thought that I had everything put together and that I never ever had a bad day. It was really difficult for me to reach out for help. It was really difficult for me to be vulnerable and actually to admit my mistakes because, again, I thought that I had to appear perfect in other people's eyes. Do you think this attracted people, or do you think this pushed prospective clients away? Big time push people away. In fact, for about a year and a half after I started my mentoring company, I kept getting this feedback. People kept saying, Eric, I just feel like you're fake. And I remember thinking, what are you talking about? I'm not fake. I actually have the results in my life that I am claiming to have. I actually have this. I actually have achieved this. It wasn't until about a year and a half later that I finally realized that I was wearing a mask of inauthenticity. I'd put on this front that my entire life was rosy and it was all sunshine and rainbows, when of course I'm still human, and of course it wasn't so like that. I would never be vulnerable. I would never admit my faults. I would never actually reach out to help except to those people that I had paid tens and tens of thousands of dollars to mentor me for help. How many masks of inauthenticity are you currently wearing? People don't want gurus. People don't want mentors, or they don't want to see successful people that have it all put together. In fact, some of the most amazing clients that I've attracted have actually come from me posting on social media about times when I've had bad days. Now, I don't mean going on social media and just venting and dumping all of your problems on there. Please don't get that in your mind for 1 second. What I am recommending that you do is stop feeling like you have to appear perfect. It's time to remove the mask, my friend. It's time for you to step into greater authenticity. It's time for you to finally step into that greatness that, of course, you have inherently inside you. Following these 3 things, overcoming these 3 major obstacles in your life, will help you to reach new levels of happiness and success that I promise is just around the corner for you. Again, my name is Eric Bailey. Thank you so very much. We'll see you next time.
All right, dude, let's give some mad props and kudos over to Eric. Thank you for sharing with us the 3 incredible ways that we can take control over our life. Super powerful, right? So I'm gonna invite you to implement these, set these absolutely in motion, and subscribe because we got more juicy mentoring coming your way.